That's not very
I mean, media day, good friend,
good.
long time friend. Been in the market a long time, man. Still doing it consistent, knocking the box, Donovan Campbell. It's good, man.
Since 2007, and I couldn't be happier to do what I love to do in my hometown. I always tell people it's just a blessing just to be here and do what I love to do.
We're here with Media Day again, man, and back to where it all started for this team. Disappointing end to the season last year. How do you feel about it?
I've been in Europe for like 2 months, man. Cut me some slack.
I brought up something that was very profound. I know Coach Bo was like, you sound scared, but I mean, in a way, you got to be a little bit. I mean, when you look at the Knicks roster, they've improved in every aspect. The Celtics are the defending NBA champions, obviously by Philadelphia getting Paul George. He is a little bit better. And I guess I'm sugarcoating. They're a lot better. And with that being said, you got to be concerned because they did not make any major upgrades. But once again, as Spo did say,
Last thing, what was your first memory?
Right.
You got to put the product on the court. And
Not like you're growing up.
So I want to see what the Miami Heat can do. I'm always optimistic that the whole time teams will do well, no matter what obstacles they may face. So we just got to see and let the chips fall where they may.
I remember on radio once, I think Ira is the one who said, who wrote, they were the fighting Eric Spoelstras. And I like that nickname, and it stuck with me. You know, the fight, Jimmy Butler is the fighting Eric Spoelstra. You know, because that's what they do. They fight. And they've got that underdog mentality where they're going to come there and take you down no matter what, no matter who you are. Do you think that's kind of overplayed by the Miami Heat, that we should go out there and get some big dogs?
I don't think it's overplayed. I think it's one of those things where whatever hand you're dealt, you got to play with it. So they got to play with that hand that's been dealt. They weren't able to get that big whale that Cat always wants to get. And he's not going to sacrifice too much to get that big whale. I mean, if it's out there, you don't want to gut your team to get that big whale. So until that happens, or in the situation you are, and when you have what you have, you got to go on the court and play with what you have and see where the chips may fall. And I think, do they have enough? It's hard to say. It's still the East, but the East got improved. I'm a realist. Do I think they're going to win an NBA championship? Not with this current roster. That's just me being quite honest. I have a lot of faith in Spo, but it is tough. Not only you got to go through the gauntlet of the East, you still got to deal with the West. And the West is no joke either. So to say they're going to win the NBA championship, look, if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, to me, that's a success. I know people don't want to hear that because when you're these grown men and you're getting paid this kind of money, it's championship or bust. But you got to be realistic sometimes. The Celtics still stand in the way. The Knicks are now standing in the way, as well as the 76ers. So that's going to be tough. So if you get to the Eastern Conference Finals, to me, that's a successful season in my mind.
You know, I've seen guys come off the Olympics and just improve by leaps and bounds. Like, there's something about that Olympic experience, being around all the other great players, that elevates our Bam Adebayo to me sensation over the summer in the Olympics in France. Do you expect to see a massive like, I expect him to become that guy for his team. Do you expect Bam to be that guy?
Well, I expect that from Bam every year. I think, as you mature in this league, I think I said it's his 8th season. I think it's that time for him to flip the script.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has not got his DOP yet. He's still waiting for that Defensive Player of the Year. This might be the year. That might be the springboard to get him exactly where he wants to be in his career and get his team where they exactly want to be. Bam is a beast. I think in years past, we use that term dog. He's like, oh, this is the kennel. They look at this like this is a kennel of dogs.
Yes,
and I think Bam is now the lead dog. Jimmy's getting up there in age. I think Jimmy's still a dog. I know disrespect, but I think Bam gets to now be that alpha. If you're like, yo, Jimmy, let me hold the reins right quick and let me take it. Not just be the captain, but be that lead dog. So this is that true.
Do you think is he going to take on that role?
I think he wants to. I think just from talking to him today, I think he wants to. He said that it wasn't the captain role that he really wanted, but UD kind of threw it to him. So I think now, as he's getting older and more mature, he's got to say to himself, well, it's time for me to take the reins and be that alpha dog. And hey, Jimmy, I might need to be Batman now, and you might need to be Rock. I don't know if Jimmy's willing to give that up, but at the same time, Bam needs to say, look, since I'm the captain, let me fall down this role. But then again, Bam might not be that player. Bam likes to facilitate. You know, he's a big man that likes to drop the dimes and so forth. So maybe that's what he wants to do. And look at LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James could lead the league in scoring every year, but he likes to be that guy that facilitates. Bam's kind of similar.
Man, I remember we had the blonde hair media day one day. Like a million people in here. And now it feels almost like a Walmart Great Value version of media day. But it's still something about being here.
Not live, but
And seeing guys like Drew Smith, who I think will be important. What's it like for you?
You know, when you do something so many times and so often, you still count your blessings, but it's like you've done it. You never want to take that for granted, kind of. But at the same time, I get it. I mean, this is not LeBron James Chris time. I mean, we all remember that. It was a different animal. You know, you had all the national media here. I mean, now it's like we're just waiting to see what's Jimmy's hair going to look like this year.
Right.
So you kind of that's what we're looking for. Like, you know, it was so funny. Like, you know, we're all in the media room, and everybody thought Jimmy was coming in. Everybody had their phone up, thinking, "Oh, we're going to see. Is he on the press? Is he on the weave ponytail? Is he on the dreads?" We didn't know what he was going to have, but that's what everybody was anticipating. And now that's just the letdown. Like, oh, we got to wait. So we still got to wait. I'm sure we're all waiting to see when he's walking in here to see what the hair's going to look like. So yeah, I think there's still a little bit.
I got to ask you a question. I know we're talking basketball. And I know it's media day, but it's a question I got to ask you. You from the crib? Is the U back?
There he goes.
Is the U back? I'm out the Virginia Tech game, bro.
I'm going to put it like this. Once again, I try my best to be a realistic person. If the Miami Hurricanes can win the ACC and win a significant bowl game, to me, that's a successful season. And if fans can't understand that, they've never won the ACC.
Never.
Exactly. So winning the ACC and winning a significant bowl game, whether you win a natty or not, that is a successful season for me. So whether you want to call it back or not, to me, that is a version of success for you.
Donovan Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. My man. Appreciate it.
Always, man.
That was the main question because I think we're back, bro.
It's easy to say. It's like anybody can run your mouth and say, "Oh, it's the U back," but at the same time, like, win the ACC, win the ACC, and win a significant bowl game.
One last question before you go. You cover a lot of high school football, so who's looking good for you to take it all this year?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Chaminade might have those 2 losses, but it's gonna be hard to beat them. And remember, they play in 3A. I think they're gonna be ready. I think they're guaranteed. If you want to say who's gonna be a guaranteed champ, it's gonna be Chaminade.
No St. Thomas this year?
St. Thomas.
I'm asking you.
I'm gonna go Chaminade.
Okay, then. He's on record. Donovan Campbell.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Anytime, guys. My pleasure. Let me go run over here.
All right, man. Great dude, Donovan.